everyone to the, I think you can. He keeps me honest. I want to welcome everyone to the January 22nd Historic Board of Review meeting. Could we have roll call, please?
Michael Zink.
Here.
Mike Pittman.
Here.
Happy Smith. Here. Ken McWilliams.
Here.
Sandy Palmer.
Here.
And one missing is Carol Ann Rogers.
So we have a quorum. We'd like to, is everyone a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
I move we accept them as submitted.
We have a motion to accept. Do you have a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion second. Roll call vote.
Mike Pittman.
Abstain? I wasn't here.
Okay, with that, we won't be able to approve minutes.
You have to have, we got,
I'm abstaining too.
You have to have
Oh.
4.
like, I can't approve them, can I?
Well,
They were really
If-
good minutes.
They were good. They were first accurate minutes in years.
let me consult with attorneys, because we'll never be able to approve minutes, because Josh was the only one else who was here, and he's no longer on the board.
I didn't see anything untoward in them, so I would approve them if I'm allowed.
Okay, let's just skip it, and I'll add it to next month's agenda, and I'll ask Devin about that.
Very good. Next item is election of officers. And what offices are we electing? Nicole?
Chair and vice chair.
Chair and vice chair.
I move that Mike Pittman be chair.
I would second that.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations and ask for a roll call vote.
You can do all in favor.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Can't vote for yourself.
Yes, I can. Okay, vice chair.
I nominate Sandy Palmer.
I second.
Okay, any other nominations? Michael, we won't nominate you.
Thank you.
Okay, I close the nominations. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none? Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you. I think.
Okay. Now we're ready to start our applications. Before we do, I want to give you a little background on how we do these. Basically, we'll ask you to come up, state your name and address. Nicole will go over a brief description of your project, and you can add any comments or questions that you have after she's finished doing her overview, and then the board will ask you a few questions or comments, and then we'll invite the public comments. So with that, our first application for tonight is, boy, this is going to be a good one. Sandcalp, and I'm not even going to try the last name. Location 515 West Street. Is anyone here for that application? We'll move that one to the end. Okay, Nicole?
Yep, I'll try to get a hold of them.
Okay. Second application is Judy Stacier and Robert Schwartz, location 518 East 2nd Street.
Hello?
I know it's redundant, but please give your name and address.
Oh, Judy Stacer,
Robert Schwartz.
518 East 2nd Street, Madison, Indiana.
All right.
Just for the record, I have a W in my surname. It's not up there.
W.
SCHWARTZ.
W-A-R-T.
You're denied.
I will get that corrected.
All righty.
False peoples.
Okay, Nicole.
This is a circa 1910 contributing craftsman. The COA request is to replace 4 awning over awning wood windows on the north and south sides with 1/1 aluminum clad windows.
If I may clarify, it's the north and south sides of the 1956 edition, which you can't see in this photograph.
Because it's in the back of the house.
Okay.
Got several slides showing the condition of the existing windows.
Yeah, you can't see it from here. One of the windows has a bullet hole in it. Another one of the windows, the wood pieces that hold it in place have degraded.
Yeah, it's just the north and south windows,
Oh,
not the
sorry.
ones in the east. It's the awning over awning windows that were,
My mistake.
it's okay. We have a lot of window projects.
I hope the bullet hole was done before you got there?
Yes.
Okay.
That is all the photos I have.
Okay.
Could you tell me which are the north and south windows?
That one there that we see on the right-hand side,
Okay.
so it's an awning over awning.
And that's on the south, correct?
That one's on the south, that's correct. And if you go to the other picture that we just saw, those are interior
east and
shots
west.
mostly. There's another one somewhere that looks exactly like that, that's on the north side.
Well, it has to be, this is
Oh.
looking from the inside out of that window.
Robert, use that
If you
TV,
could,
please.
or,
Oh, this one? I'm
Yes.
sorry. That,
That's the inside of the north
looking
window.
out through that window.
that's the inside of the north window.
Right,
Right.
looking out. And both of these, both the north and the south windows no longer close properly, so as you can see, stuffed quite a bit of that black foam in there to try to keep the winter wind out, not real successfully. But they're in very bad shape.
Yeah, they're warped.
We wanted to go with all wood windows, but the measurement was just slightly larger than an all wood window would accommodate, so we had to go with the aluminum clad on the outside. And the reason we're not doing awning over awning but sash windows is because they seal better. They're just gonna keep the wind out better and last longer. But it's gonna be a 1/1, so the appearance from the street is gonna be the same. It's gonna be a horizontal over horizontal window, but sash rather than the 1/1, which is more, the actual look of the window is better seen in the previous picture, where you can see the outside of the south window.
That picture has the three there. Are those the windows that are on the east side of the house that are not really in this issue, or?
Correct, that's on the east side, because you can see Cookie's house. Those are the east windows. Those are not part of this
You just put
application.
those in there to confuse.
Beg your
That's
pardon?
right. They
You
did a
just
good
helped-
job.
You just helped confuse us on that one, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust us, we're
Good job.
confused too.
I was not ever able to see a north window on the addition. Anyone else?
I didn't
see
either.
it? Okay.
Yeah, if you have to be on Second Street between our house and Denise's house, which is 514, I think, and then there's a little avenue from where you can see across the garden to that north window. It is visible from the street, but only in
Difficult to see the south one.
a particular place.
Yeah, I didn't, I saw the
Okay.
east one.
Yep, so that's,
Any more questions?
What type of window? It's I mean, I said the same size, one over, but it's what, material?
clad.
It's gonna be a sash window rather than awning over awning, because they just seal better than awning windows.
And a little clad window.
It's aluminum clad, yeah. But it'll be, the rest of it'll be wood, but it'll be aluminum clad. And the color will match, we're gonna have it custom matched to what we have here.
Okay.
When you say they don't seal, are you seeing a lot of leakage of air and?
Beg your
and
pardon?
water? When you say don't seal, you see a lot of leakage of water
Every
and
window
air?
in that room leaks, the
Yeah.
floor seal to the
Right.
floor leaks.
That's beside the point, sorry, but those windows, yeah, you can't close them all the way. They're ready for the dumpster. They're the original windows in that addition from 1956.
56 was a good year, I'm sorry. Okay, any more questions or comments? Any questions or comments from the audience? Okay, hearing none. Sandy, you want to take us through the findings of fact?
Okay. Maybe.
Hey,
I was gonna say. All right, so our guidelines indicate, windows, retain and preserve historic windows, including all significant related elements, when you can. I guess there's a question whether these are historic windows.
Yep, they're not.
So, that's moot point. Maintain historic windows, again, where possible, repair existing historic windows, these are not, replace in kind, using replacement windows that match the existing elements, as closely as possible, I'd say that you're in conformance. Must match the originals in overall size, and you are doing that. New window openings shall not alter the historic character of the building, and again, this is the new additions. I think you are in conformance. I think the request is in conformance to our guidelines.
Michael, do you agree?
Thank you.
I agree with Sandy for those reasons.
I agree also.
And I agree also. Do we have a motion?
Okay, based on the preceding findings of fact, I move that the Madison Historic District Board of Review grant a certificate of appropriateness to Judy Stacer and Robert Schwartz for the replacement windows on the north and south side of the 1956 addition to the house at 518 East Second Street.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Nicole, can we have a roll call vote?
Sandy Palmer,
Approve.
Ken McWilliams.
Approve.
Michael Zink,
Approve.
Abby Smith,
Approve.
Mike Pittman.
Approve. You'll get your certificate of appropriateness in the mail, but you can begin your work if you need any other additional permits. I'm not sure they do. They do not, so
Thank you very much.
Go for it.
Thank you.
thank you. Our next application is from Shina Murdoch, certificate of appropriateness to build a carport at the rear of the property, location 120 Jefferson Street.
Hello, I'm Mike Prickett, 919 West First Street, representing Shanae tonight.
Okay,
She's wanting to build a carport in her backyard there.
Okay,
I think
Michael.
she's already been in front of you before.
yeah, Nicole will give us the project. Then you'll have your turn, okay, Mike?
All right.
Okay.
The historic building on this property is a circa 1870 contributing Italianate. The request is to build a carport at the rear of the property. This applicant was before you previously, but has changed the design plans, which is why they're back before you. So site plan is about the same. She just wants to not have the shed portions incorporated in the carport, so it's gonna be fully open air. She currently has an existing shed. So that she's wanting to match those materials of wood and exposed metal fastener roof.
There is a carport back there. That is,
It's one of just those little aluminum things like you buy.
so that's
Going away.
going away.
Yeah, it'll basically be built like the picture there on your left, just on the gable ends. We're gonna put those little curly cues out the end there to just give it a little decoration, make it tie in with the house a little bit better. She wanted to build a garage, but I'm not sure what happened. That's kind of where you all approved her for the last time, but once she went to the plan commission, something about fire department being able to access the back of the property or something. I don't know for sure what happened there.
I think she wanted to change the design. She didn't like the design that was approved previously.
Okay.
Okay.
How tall will that be, Mike?
We're gonna have 9 foot to the eave. So in the middle there, it'd be 4, 8, 32, 3 foot. It'd be about 12 feet tall overall.
So it really will not be visible from the street at all?
Oh, no, it won't
No.
be visible from the street at
No.
all.
Okay,
From any street, the way it's back there in the hole.
sure,
Just the
With
alley that
the-
runs behind there.
sure.
Can't even get to the backyard from the front yard. You gotta go either through the house or around the block to get there.
The structure that we're seeing right there that has a flag and the draped fabric on it,
Uh-huh.
that looks like that's part of the,
Yeah, that's
Back
their back
porch or
porch.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it up. They got, some table chairs there and a grill and TV and stuff up in there. The river's to the left, obviously.
so is that staying or is that,
That's staying right there where it's at.
okay.
That has nothing to do with anything.
So the
That was just for
carport is
some
just gonna
reference.
be where that one is being taken away, that
Yes,
space right
correct.
there.
That space, same spot.
And the roof material is
It's just gonna be metal,
what kind of, I mean, like,
just ribbed metal. It's not gonna be standing seam or anything like that.
Now, you're gonna have to get this approved by the other commission as well, the other board.
No, it's been approved for the setbacks and all that's already been taken care
Been
of.
taken care of?
Yep, just down to you guys.
Save the best for last, didn't you?
That's right. Oh, we was already here once. I was back again. So much fun.
I know you enjoy this visit every time.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
For Mike? Any comments or questions from the audience? Okay, Michael, will you take us through the findings of fact?
Yeah, I can't see it there. So the design of the new garage and other accessory buildings should be compatible with the dwellings in the historic district. And I believe that it is, but the one thing, I thought it was, on the application that I had, it had a snap seam roof, is that right, or no? Okay. Well, good deal, it sounds like it does then. The side of the new garages and accessory buildings are appropriately on the lot, which it meets all of its setback requirements and location behind the home. The outbuilding should maintain a proportional mass, size, and height to ensure that it is not taller or wider than the principal building on the lot, which it's not. The materials used for the new garage and outbuilding should reflect the historical development of the property, and it appears that it does. Generally, the eaves and the roof edges of any new buildings, any new outbuildings should not be higher than those of the existing primary building, and it is not. A new carport should be located in the rear of the dwelling and not visible, and it is not. So based on the information that we have from finding in fact, it does meet its guidelines.
Okay. Thank you. Sandy, do you agree,
I
disagree?
agree for the same reasons.
Ken,
I agree, same reasons.
happy?
I agree for the same reasons.
And I also agree for the same reasons. Do we have a motion?
So, based on the preceding findings of fact, I move that the Madison Historic District Board of Review grant a certificate of appropriateness to Shina Murdoch at 120 Jefferson Street to build a carport on the rear of her property with exposed fastener roof, metal roof.
Do we have a second?
I will second that motion.
Okay, a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call vote? Nicole?
Ken McWilliams,
Approve?
Sandy Palmer,
Approve.
Mike Pittman,
Approve?
Happy Smith,
Approve.
Michael Zink.
Approve.
Thank you, Michael. I know you haven't heard this before, but you'll get your certificate of appropriateness, and it sounds like you've got all your permits.
Can you just hold it here, because she's gone till April and stuff, instead of forwarding it to her, can I just pick it up here?
Yep.
You got it.
Thank you.
Have a good one,
Thank you.
Michael. Our next application is from Russell Benkert at 120 Jefferson Street.
Nope, Mill Street.
What's that?
423 Mill Street.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. 423 Mill Street. I'm one off. 423 Mill Street. And is anybody here to represent? Not here? Well, we'll go ahead and go ahead through the rest of the meeting, Nicole, and then if they show up, we'll get them in. If not? Yes. You come up to the microphone, state your name and address, please.
Hi, I'm Terry Suter.
Uh-huh.
I am representing Mary Lou Munier, who lives at 421 Mill Street. She's my cousin.
Okay.
And I just have a couple of concerns about the facade. I don't know if this is the right time to voice them, but one of the things I noted on the zoning information was that they wanted to replace the siding with, I'm not sure if it's a hardy plank type. My concern is with the way the facade of the front come together, to interrupt that with a different product would really take away from the integrity of the building. And I feel like that would impact her side of the dwelling, and I just wanted to voice that concern.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Her side, it's wood, in good shape. She's had it painted probably within the last 10 to 12 years. So it's maintained for a building of 1875 age.
What we'll do is we can note this in the minutes, can't we, Nicole? And then bring that up again when and if the applicant shows tonight,
Okay.
or if next time they show.
All right, so should I think about coming back if it's on the agenda again?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you or does the owner of 421, can you say when the dormer was put, the roof dormer was put in that building?
It would have been before she purchased it, and she's lived there close to 40 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. Any other comments? All right, we'll continue. New business.
If we can go back to approval of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
For purposes of, Nicole told me when I got here, there was a question about approving minutes when we don't have the full members that were present during the meeting. It's not unusual to have that happen with municipal boards where there's appointments. I think in order to continue the board's business, this board can approve those minutes, and then allow for the business to continue. So if there isn't any concerns or changes based on the review of the minutes, I think somebody can make an appropriate motion, second, and approve them.
Okay,
I move we approve the minutes as written.
I second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Well, Sandy did it earlier, so we're all good.
Please, anybody but Ken.
Sorry he came back for this one. I don't know, Devin, what are we gonna do? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Devin. Okay. Okay, we jump back to old business, but now we're going to new business, right?
I don't have anything under new or old business except for the staff report, unless anyone from the board has anything to bring up.
I would like to welcome Happy to our board. She's
Yes.
gonna be a great addition, and,
Happy to
it's, really great you're,
Thank you.
took the invitation to join us. We're very happy.
Thank you.
I know you're happy, but we're happy too. Okay?
She's never heard that before.
I know.
So moving into staff report, staff also had a light month, this month with only, 5 applications there for approval. A couple storm windows application,
wish we knew
one
that.
fence and one sign. Those all met, the guidelines and zoning ordinance accordingly, so they were approved by staff.
Nicole,
Yes.
so the Swartzes put storm windows on what window?
All the other windows, they've left, but
Yes,
they're,
I know.
they're maintaining all the historic wood windows on the original structure, and they're putting
So
storm windows
this
on
is
them.
just the original structure
There's
or the windows?
16 storm windows, so I don't know how many
No,
total
that's,
windows they have.
that's the whole
but-
that's the whole setup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That'll protect those windows. That's great. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea.
which is why their application was complicated, because we had to split it out, and I got confused, and I'll take the blame for that. Reviewing, last year COAs, the board approved 2. The door and window conversion at, 214 West Second Street was completed. The solar panels, at 1029 West Second Street has started. I don't believe they've been completed,
It started a couple months ago.
Okay.
but I will verify with them if, I believe his building permit is still active, which is why I don't have a note there yet.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't have anything else, just as a note before we adjourn, the 2 applications that did not have, representatives attend will be marked as incomplete and will be placed on next month's agenda.
Okay.
Okay.
I would also like to encourage everyone before we adjourn that, we do need to keep an eye on our continuing education. I think that's important for us to take a look at. I'm sure Nicole's gonna ask us for what we did last year shortly, so
Yep.
anything you've got as far as continuing education, workshops, training, anything along those lines, please feel free to get that to Nicole so that, we can stay current.
Yeah, we
No-
usually get that report request in about July or later in the year, so.
Nicole, Happy and I were at an Indiana Landmarks training session this Saturday. Would that count?
Yes,
Great, because that was 8 hours.
yeah, anything that the board doesn't host itself counts,
Okay.
So my going to the conference in Muncie.
would count, yes.
Okay.
And if you have any realtor training that would be relevant, we can also count that.
Okay.
Probably going to the reception didn't count.
We could put you on there, so you attended one day, so
Yeah,
Sandy, you'll be all
depends on
right.
what you did at the reception.
Okay.
we need all the hours we can get, don't we?
Sure. Yep.
Before we adjourn, I do have one question on this is the second, how many times can an incomplete, the one on 513, West Street was moved last month, I believe, because I think that was it was incomplete, it didn't
Yeah.
show.
There's no deadline technically,
So he
so
could
I
just-
think it's up to the board, because you could move to deny, I guess. But, I think saves
no-
everybody time and money and posting, but
Just to do it, okay,
yeah.
no problem, I just,
Last time it was because he didn't have his notification sign up, so it's a little bit different on
Yeah.
reasoning.
and then the 515 that was approved, I don't think that's,
515 was withdrawn by staff. Yeah, so it's 513 on the corner because it's visible from the street.
right, but I mean, it was done by staff, but I mean, the work I don't think is done, that's why I was thinking that
They
maybe-
haven't started any work over there, no.
All right. Anything else? With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn this evening's meeting.
All in favor?
Where to? Shipley?
Need a second.
Second.
No, we need a second.
I would second that.
Sandy seconded, both ends. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Thank you, Jed.
So
25
is-
minutes. Woo-hoo. Hey, don't get in the habit.